All right, welcome back to the Jason Gray Show. All right, this is part 2 of our series of talking about my day shadowing Meet Kevin. So let's talk about his unique style that he has in regards to interviewing people and being on TV. So, Kevin's got 1.8 million subscribers on YouTube. He's got Twitter accounts and TikTok accounts and Instagram accounts, all that stuff. But Kevin's had the ability to get on TV in regards to CNBC. He was able to get on news stations. He ran for governor. So he's very polished with his ability to interview people and take interviews and take questions from other people. And a big part of it is him being entrenched day in and day out in the news and educating himself through the process of what's going on in the market right then and there. And the only way for you to be good at it is a couple ways. One, be super, super educated and be very, very polished at what you do. And my take in regards to when I was sitting there with him in the second half of the day, he interviewed Brett with ARK Investments, and he had an interview with him. And I was really fascinated to sort of watch the process of Kevin interviewing him, the thought process he was going through the questions, and the attention he was taking to him. And the only way Kevin could interview him so well is because he had the knowledge in the background of what, Brett was talking about and what he knew, and to have that conversation he has. Now, keep in mind, you and I don't have the opportunity to have these interviews with someone like Brett, right? I can't call up Brett and say, Brett, let's have an interview. But Kevin has created just an environment around him through his social media that he's created enough value for people and has validated his knowledge. And people now have respected his opinions on stuff because of how good he pushes that message out in regards to whatever that subject is for the day. So I was fascinated with that interview. That was the highlight of my time, not only just hearing from Kevin and just getting just one-on-one time with him and having him dive into stuff. And we'll go through some of the questions that I went over with him and some of his answers. I have a whole list of them, and I'll probably just read them out to you and answer some of the questions or answers that he had given me back, and having that one-on-one time. But that was one of the best parts of my time with him in regards to sort of seeing how that worked, how that operated, his thought process. And then after the interview was over with, his take of how that interview went as well. So, fascinating time. Like I said before in my previous videos, if you have the ability and the ability to afford doing a shadow day with him, regardless what industry you're in, you're going to learn from him, and I think you're going to get some nuggets out of that conversation. Like I was saying before, I think this is a $15,000 or $20,000 a day for someone to shadow someone like him and learn from him and sort of get some insight in regards to how he's thinking. He's a young man with a lot of good knowledge and a lot of good insight of what you should or should not be doing on certain things, and I think his input was really good for me. So next video, let's talk about questions and answers that I went through with him in detail. But I hope you enjoy this video. His interview process on how he interviews people or how he answers questions, he's done a really good job in regards to how he answers them and how educated he is with the process. Like I said before, earlier in this conversation, that he does a really good job with it. So like and subscribe, follow my videos. I appreciate your time.